Alright, well I believe that we're done here, so let's continue on.
Did you go to school there?
I can read and write, but I didn't learn it at the school. I vaguely remember a village, an open fire, the smell of beer, and a man's voice teaching me how to read from a really thick book.
Oh God, what's that?
What?
That!
I'm just mad because I cut him off. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Josh. Sorry.
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting
All right,
for?
I'm going.
Can only walk so fast. I mean, I can run, but I was trying to take my time. Alright, hello? Hello.
Hello. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm Riley.
I'm Riley.
You can't be.
I'm sorry.
What?
Why are you here?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't mean to be here.
I don't understand.
Tell her
I
we
don't
crashed
understand
on the
either.
island.
No, don't go.
She doesn't understand. I think they're just confused
Well, that was
too.
rude.
No, it wasn't.
Who was that?
Was that a ghost?
Is that a tinge of fear?
Is that a tinge of fear I detect there?
Well, I've never seen a ghost before.
You're a ghost.
You are
Yeah.
a ghost.
Well, I can't see me, can I?
Honestly.
Maybe. I don't know. Have you tried looking down? Did I scare her?
She seemed upset. Did I scare her?
Well, you are very scary.
Don't be daft.
See? Very scary.
I still think she was rude.
You should find her. Talk to her again.
I don't think she was horrible. She's just confused. Alright, here is
Oh my
the
God,
beach.
Josh. I'm so jealous. Is this where you've been hanging around?
Well, it's an island. 3, actually. So, plenty of beaches to go around.
Well, I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
It really is.
Sure, it's beautiful.
You see? Yeah.
You sound like you don't know a good thing when you see it.
Well, I've seen it plenty of times.
So what does he do? Just float
Breathtaking.
around all day?
Wondrous. Awe-inspiring. Monumental.
You like words?
I love words.
I mean, it would be nice to, like, have a house right off the beach. Don't have to worry about paying bills. You just worry about surviving, build a community. Like, that would be so nice.
This house. It means something.
This was the one with the
Ethel.
children.
She lost her entire family to the fever.
The tricks life plays on us.
Like
sorry.
Thai fever or...
Ugh. This is the freakiest doll I've ever seen.
Have a little respect.
Yeah,
That is a
Fanny.
beautiful doll.
It's not bad. It's kind of cute. So yeah, Fanny. Okay, so we have a photograph, obviously drawn by Henry. And then over here we have Dear Pixie. I am so happy that you teach me to read and write. I'm writing a book. It is a lot of fun. I love stories. I read it to Fanny and Louisa. I am a teacher too now. I teached father to write his name. He is really good. Thank you, Hannah. So who's Pixie? So obviously there's the dad, and then there's, I'm guessing, Hannah, Fanny, and Louisa. So 3 children probably. Wonder who Pixie is though. Okay. And this is the book. Fairies of Fire by Hannah Little. Once upon a time there was a fairy that lived on the island. Her wings were made of fire, and they were so bright everyone could see them. One night a girl catched the fairy and put her in a jar. Because in the night it got very dark on the island, the fairy cried a lot, and the tears filled the jar, so she was swimming in her tears. I actually really love that the what I want to say, the translation, the actual text, also has the spelling mistakes as the little girl. That I really like that. I like that detail a lot. Because look at like filled, because, fairy. Like it's all spelt wrong. But like I really like that detail. That's so cool. We got the crib. A leather
Is
ball.
this actually a football? It looks ancient.
I think that's pretty dang impressive. Alright, let's look at our... Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at this first.
I remember those Sundays in the summer. Music drifting on the air, blended with children's laughter.
Alright. Oh, and then there was Louisa. Right on the crib. Okay. Let's go this way. Alright. Sandin. Okay. I never been one to believe in magic until now. Maybe fairies really could exist on these islands. Alright, so here's the 3 of them. So the dad. Maybe this is Henry. The wife. And then the 3. So this is Fanny, because she has the doll. This has to be the youngest, which is Louisa. And then this must be Hannah? Yep, that seems about right. She's got her book. Okay. I said Louisa. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. For a second I was like, it's just Louise. No, I was right. I said it good. Alright.
Back at the school you said you wanted to travel, and you sounded sad.
Oh, it's silly, really.
I love silly.
I used to think I was going to dance around the world. On every continent. In every
Dance?
country. I'd go and hug the land wherever I wanted to go. And dance in honor of it.
I think that's cute.
Sweet, it is.
You don't think that anymore?
Mm.
I'm all grown up now, Josh.
Why?
Why?
You're not going to answer me?
Because people grow up. Don't have to. I did, sort of.
I did. Sort of. I shrugged.
Like your shoulders? I can't see your shoulders.
Why not? You're
I
here
just
with
looked
me.
down. I was like, you
I
know.
mean, it's not like we're on the phone or anything.
It sort of feels like it sometimes.
I wish we were on the phone.
Could hang up on you. I gotta say that.
Turn down the volume or text you.
Text me?
Never mind.
See, that's what's confusing to me, though. He knows, or he seems to know what a phone is, but he doesn't know what texting is. So that maybe that's kind of a hint as to the time era that he's from. You don't think he's... No, he said his name was Josh, so he's not Henry,
I
right?
think you're incredible.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. That's...
It's really
Kind.
sweet.
How you handle this whole situation, it's pretty amazing.
I should be afraid, I guess. But I'm not.
You're I was just about to say the freaking accent.
Must be your magnetic voice.
Yeah, deep down, I'm a siren.
Yeah, wanted me to crash.
You wanted me to go on the rocks.
You got me? Loneliness turned my heart black and bitter.
Huh. I'm glad you did. I enjoyed talking to you. You didn't really, did you?
No.
Really?
Just checking.
I like it. They've got a little banter going back and forth. Must get lonely here.
I mean, it must get pretty lonesome out here, right?
I missed people, yes. No late night talks, that's for sure.
So you did want a companion.
And right on cue. Riley, you're going to have to trust me sooner than later.
I think I do. Trust you.
Okay. I don't know who the voice actor is that voices Josh, but I do like the accent. Yeah, we went through that house. I was so
Still
confused. I got
amazes me.
so turned around.
So many gorgeous little things that have been left here.
You should take whatever you like. Nobody's gonna need it anytime soon.
I can't do that.
I say, I
Those
can't just
things have
take
been
it.
here for so many years. Decades even.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not mine to take.
Maybe you're meant to find them. Maybe the rogues want you here.
That would explain why I enjoy this place so much.
Don't forget the amiable company of yours truly.
I swear to God, sometimes you sound like you popped out of a Jane Austen novel. That cottage, it was extremely well preserved.
I was like, what
It must have been
cottage?
at least 19th century.
Exactly.
Rogues were waiting for you.
But how is like?
Still,
I
I'm
don't
not
get
taking anything from here. It just feels wrong.
So I remember seeing this before with all the bones, which is quite interesting. It just almost seems like everything just died off, which it did say that there was quite a bit of disease going around, so maybe just everything just kind of died. I'm not sure. And then the one woman was sick, said her bones were aching, and that's why she had to go to the mainland. Maybe they stopped the fairies from coming out here because everyone was freaking contagious. You never know. That looks like an old well that was covered up. If I'm not mistaken, we should be seeing a fairy. Or one of the little will-o-wisps.
Wait, do you hear that?
No, what?
Where is it?
Why can't you hear it?
Are you sure?
Yes,
Why can't
I'm
he
sure.
hear it? Okay, you're gonna have to hold on. Hold on. How do I get over there? I see a jar. So the laughing child will have to wait a second. I see a jar. Okay, here we go. Wild horses.
Hiya, diary. I like sitting here. Reminds me of when I was a girl. You see, there were horses here. You can still see their pen and their stables. Secretly, I like to name them and imagine what it must have been like to ride them on that beach there. There would have been a Black Beauty, of course. God, I love horses. They're so wild and free. And when I was riding them as a girl, I felt the same. Wild and free. The wind blowing back my hair, the thundering hooves. Why did that feeling ever stop? And why did I think I'd find it here? The horses are long dead. And I'm trapped. On this island. In my head. With him.
I remember those horses. And the Evanstons. We leased a horse from them whenever we had a cargo that needed to go over the hill.
We?
The Islanders.
Here's my thing, alright? We came on our boat with a cassette player. Why does it seem that the woman on the cassette tapes almost sounds like us, and the story is very similar? The horses are all gone. Obviously, she used to have a mother. She talked about the raisin bread or whatever that it was. Like, why? The woman on the cassette tapes just seems a lot like our character of Riley. That's all I'm saying. And the big hint of the fact that she's trapped here all alone with him inside her head. That can't be a coincidence. And I don't think it's a different person, but honestly, I don't know at this point. There's a lot of questions, but I'm all here for it. Alright, laughing child. I am coming. Whoa, do you see that house?
What's that?
Oh, crap. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Come on, honey. I want to drink this tea while it's still hot.
Mom, did you know that Rebecca from the grocery store has seen a will-o-wisp?
Has she?
Have you ever seen one?
No. Cheese or haddock sandwich?
Cheese, please. Just maybe Daddy's turn into one. A will-o-wisp, I mean.
Now you know that's not true. Daddy left. I know it's hard, but we have to accept it.
Just maybe is all. I asked Miss Jessup about will-o-wisps, but she said they're poppycock. She said there are no such things as ghosts who drift along the marshes. And the sooner I let go of such romantic notions, the better.
Oh well, she might be right about that one.
Riley! Riley! Are you okay? What the hell just happened?
I'm not sure.
What did you see, Josh? I'm fascinated to know.
I mean, you saw it too, right?
I did.
What was that?
I don't know.
It was just
I
like
do
a
remember
memory.
that little girl, though.
Pixie!
Pixie.
Always running around the islands looking for adventures. Discovering new clues to grand mysteries. Her words, not mine.
So, Pixie is the one... Why do I want to say that Nora had a daughter? Is that Nora? God, I can't remember. But I don't know why I want to say that. But Pixie is the one who taught the little, as in the last name Little, children. Or taught Hannah, at least, how to write. Okay. Fascinating. I don't know why I want to say that I remember that that Nora, was it Crown, had a daughter. That seems right. Anything over here? No. Did I miss the stables, by the way? Because I know that there were stables somewhere. You know what? Let me go back, because I'm pretty sure that I did. I think that they were back on the beach. I remember that I found stables somewhere. Yep, this was it. Okay, so I just missed it. This was the farm. Evanston's farm, which was where they were gonna sell the horses off. I don't think I went over here. Yeah, I think that this is new. I don't remember there being any. Oh, I can make a sketch though. Okay, well at least I did that. And I don't think... Not anything in that outhouse, right? No. Alright, and then I remember that there was this building over here, which I don't think that there's anything in it, but it's worth a look. Yeah, the door is like completely sanded in. What would this have been? Like a little lighthouse, maybe? Kind of looks like a lighthouse. A small little lighthouse. Pretty cool though. Alright, well. Oh, I got stuck. It's good just to check that out. I knew I was missing something because I remember there being the actual stables and things. Alright. Alright, so back where we left off. There's also another stump. Bellamere?
Little girl. Her dad abandoned her. You saw that, right?
I don't
I
think her
did.
dad abandoned
Who does
her.
that?
I wish my dad had left.
Uh-oh.
Tell me about your dad.
He was a brute.
How so?
I don't remember much. Just as
Feeling.
vile. He was horrible.
Oh, that is terrible. What is that? Oh, it's just a rock. Alright. There's definitely definitely some interesting structures, and it's very fascinating to like look at it and go, I wonder what this was used for, and imagine what it could, you know, what it could look like in its heyday. It's just a rock. This is such an odd placement for a rock, is it not? Like, that looks like something. Like, I don't see any of the, like, anything else along the shoreline. Okay. Well, here we are. You see the graveyard. Let's go over here first.
There was an epidemic.
The fever. That's what killed Ethel's entire family.
Must have been a nightmare.
Yeah, it must have been awful. And see, it says 1832. But Josh remembers that. I'm telling you, he has to be a very old spirit, or at least or he's been around on the island for like years. Alright. Take a sketch. I guess let's look in our journal, because we should have a couple new pages. There's that. So many dead. I really do not like graveyards. And there's the stables. And this is saddened. A sense of an ending. Ethel and Henry. What happened to them? How did they die? Okay, well, we know how they died. They died from the freaking fever. So many lives lost.
We need to investigate this.
You're a detective now.
Yes.
Oh, stop it. You know, the names, the dates. We should take a look.
That's what I would do. This one seems like something. Here lies Father Thomas, shepherd of us sea folk. Doesn't have a date though, does it? No. Okay. This one.
Nora Crown.
Doesn't that sound vaguely familiar to you?
Yeah.
It does.
It's the Crown daughter.
Her name was in that newspaper article we found back at the school.
Mm-hmm. Remember me and I will love you forevermore. Nora Crown, May 24th, 1802, and she died 1855. She was not a very old person at all. That's pretty dang young. Cordelia, her mother.
Crown. We know all about her.
And beloved and abiding memory of Cordelia Crown, 1782 to 1833. So she lived a pretty good life.
Callum Compton.
Look at the date. 18th of June, 1833.
Same as Cordelia Crown. You think there's a connection?
It's possible.
Trusted friend, beloved uncle. That's a new name. I want to make sure that I can't look at this one. Yeah, there aren't any dots or anything. Okay. That one is turned over.
Oh shit. It's Beatrice Parker from the school. That's so sad.
She was one who followed dreams, ships, and stars. And then Benjamin Parker is right beside. Trusted friend, beloved husband. Okay, the dates are not the same. So she died before he did. Light will guide you home. Light will guide. No, don't sing that song. It's a little hard not to, though. There's this one. He was a fool, but Francis loved him. Irving Evanston. That's the one who wrote the book, wasn't it? February the 28th. Hey, that's my birthday. 1770 and October the 30th. That's my mother's birthday. 1827. Wow, look at that. Isn't that a coinkadink?
Archie, that sounds so sweet.
I have left the troubled ocean.
That doesn't sound so sweet.
Archibald? I don't think I've ever heard that name. Archibald O'Sullivan. He died 1826. There is some correlation with these dates here. Like, some of them are very similar. Ooh, this one is different.
Oh, I remember him. Bad news, that guy.
How so?
Smuggler, I think.
Oh. Cast a cold eye on life, on death. Horsemen pass by. Thaddeus? Is that how you say that? Thaddeus Cook? We have disappointed but never surprised. Jefferson Beale? 1834. Got this one.
Dylan Sprouse.
A constable. Didn't know the islands had a police force.
Neither did I.
Oh my god. Please tell me that that is like a little Easter egg or something. Just a funny haha. Really, Dylan Sprouse? That's okay. That's pretty good. Here lies buried the body of Dylan Sprouse, late constable of the Rogue Islands. That's freaking hilarious. What's the other Sprouse brother? Dylan and a Cole? We should have a Cole Sprouse somewhere in the graveyard.
Softly at night, the stars are shining on you.
Ethel.
1862.
She lived so much longer than her family.
Yeah, she sure
She
did.
was so strong. I don't know how she managed.
Yep. So she, like, it killed her whole entire family. That is so sad.
Look, it's Terence, the baker. He never left.
All he made was love. 1904. So he lived a good while. I'm gonna check behind here real quick. Don't see anything. Alright, let's check out the rest of these graves. That is so odd for there just to be like a line of graves. Okay. Oh, there's this one. Louis Doyle.
Scruff.
Died in 1944.
Today he dwells with the angels. Yeah, it is. Alright, and I think we're back where we began. Did we... Yeah, we checked out this one, right? There wasn't anything to that. Yep, that's it. Okay, well, let's go in. Oh, another cassette. You know, one thing I will say about listening to the cassette tapes, I like how the game actually forces you to, like, take a break, chill, really focus on the cassette that's playing. This is called, what, Devilly? I don't know what that one is.
I'm such a silly goose sometimes. Thought the evil spirit wouldn't follow me into a church. Shut up! Maybe I've seen too many movies. God, if you're listening, this spirit is evil. Hear me? Evil. Yes, I'm talking about you. I hear him all the time. Sometimes I wish I had gone back with the others. At least I could have talked to a psychiatrist or something. Now it's just me and him. Stop! These people you talk about, they've been dead for so long. Why does it matter? I don't understand any of it. I don't care about Cordelia Crown or why she thought she needed to confess. I want a bit of peace in my head. Yes, you gave me Seabrook, but you want me to stay on that beach forever? But why? Yes, I'm listening. Father Thomas, yes. He's the one that taught you to read, I remember. So he was here when it all happened.
Was she talking to you?
Not as far as I know.
Father Thomas.
But you don't
You
remember!
think he knew me?
Maybe he taught you how to read.
What is happening? Oh my god. So many questions. What is this?
This is
Oh.
about Beatrice. From the school. A cornerstone of this community.
I'm definitely gonna need a translation of that one. Sunday, August 30th, 1846. Mass preparation. In Mass, I must remember to announce the church picnic next week, and most importantly, I must especially remember to announce the opening of the Cordelia Crown Elementary School. I will talk to the organist about arranging for the children to sing a song in Miss Beatrice Parker's honor. Miss Parker has been of such service to our community To think without Miss Beatrice Parker, so many of our children would be unable to read and write. Now we have our own school, and she can teach them all. Such a blessing. That is pretty darn cool. Alright, it says a remarkable lady, adored by many. She had purpose. I wish I'd known her. Yeah, it's official. I'm losing it. When you start writing crap like that, you need a break, Riley. So many dead. I really do not like graveyards. That's of the gravestones. This might come in handy. There might be something that has to do with the dates or something. Interesting. Okay. Oh, there's something else.
Cordelia Crown. Oh,
What? What does it say? Did she come to the priest?
shh. Trying to read, Josh.
September the 10th, 1830. To my utter disbelief, Miss Cordelia Crown came to see me in the dead of night. I was awoken to a loud pounding on my door. There stood Miss Crown in quite a state. She demanded I listen to her confession and would hear nothing of my protestations, I guess, about the lateness of the hour. The confession I was privy to was nothing short of remarkable. She could no longer carry the burden of the terrible secret, she said. But no gentle lady, as is Miss Crown, could ever have been responsible for any wrongdoing, much less the travesties of which she spoke. Alas, I fear she has succumbed to the fevers. I sincerely hope her deliriousness will disappear come morn. She didn't start some kind of plague, did she? Huh.
Who's it from?
Pixie.
The little girl?
I guess she grew up.
Dearly beloved friends, forever I will remember my mother as a young woman standing on the edge of the cliffs, her steely gaze set on the sea, watching for my father's return. With great heartache, she had to give up waiting, but she never lost her love for our islands. My family is tied to this place for eternity. You may remember my mother, Nora, see, I was right, as the one you could always count on to care for your children. To wipe a fevered brow, to read you a letter, she was as kind as the day is long. I cannot express the depth of my loss. Just as my mother would never heal from the loss of my father, I too now possess a permanent hole in my heart. Dearest mother, I hope you have found the peace I know you never found in this life, and I hope you are looking down and smiling upon our beloved islands. I will love you always. Your dearest daughter, Pixie. It's a really sweet letter. Let me go around to the other side. Oh, there's something here too.
Father Thomas.
February 16th, 1873. I have been on the rogues nearly all of my life, and never have I seen the pews so empty. Alas, the grain prices have driven so many families from the islands. A few hardy souls remain, and I will continue to offer them respite from their struggles every Sunday. The church and I will continue to be a sanctuary for whomever is left. Father Thomas. Oh, can I click back, please?
Cordelia Crown.
Died in 1833.
You already knew that.
Right. In loving remembrance of Cordelia Crown. Died June 18th, 1833, age 51. Gone but not forgotten. 'Tis hard to break the tender cord when love has bound the heart. 'Tis hard, so hard, to speak the words we must forever part. Dearest loved one, we must lay thee in the peaceful grave's embrace, but thy memory will be cherished till we see thy heavenly face. So I guess she wasn't as old as what I thought. She was only 51. So, wow. I guess her and Nora both kind of lived a little bit of a short life. But I'm glad Pixie was, you know, she seemed to live a very full life, so that's good. Alright, well, I think we've seen everything here, so let's move on. And I think
glad
this
we're
is
out of
all
there.
new.
You don't like churches?
I don't like graveyards, especially.
I find them peaceful. Beatrice Parker. Cordelia Crown. I think we should ask about Cordelia.
Cordelia Crown. What a name. She showed up in the middle of the night, on a priest's doorstep.
I know. That was strange.
Why was she upset?
I didn't think Cordelia did upset.
That must have been some sin Cordelia Crown committed.
Are you frowning?
What? Why?
I can't tell if you're annoyed. I can't see your face.
I'm not annoyed. It's my head. You're talking at full volume here, and I can't turn you off. And don't say you're sorry.
He's like, fine, I won't say anything then. Why so harsh? He didn't ask for this either. Or at least I don't think. Maybe he did, who knows? So yeah, this is definitely all new. I don't remember any of this landscape, so I think we're in new territory here. Oh my gosh, there's a boat over there.
They say that when you're still and you listen, you can hear your soul.
They do?
They do. Josh, are you my soul? Talking to me?
You don't think I'm real?
We've found no evidence of your existence here.
But I know things. Things you don't.
You're probably right.
And I'll try harder to remember things.
That's sweet. Thank you.
It is quite fascinating. The whole approach to this, you know, what we think is a 21st century girl. And this ghost of I don't know how old that he is. I mean, it's such an interesting dynamic there. Like, the whole approach to it is very fascinating to me. Kind of keeps you in the guessing probably until the end. It's gonna be like one of those things where oh my gosh. Can we get in there? Heck yeah, we can. What in the world is all of this? Okay.
Soldiers. Maybe the skipper was one of them.
I don't know. Not many islanders went to the First War.
Maybe he wasn't from the islands.
What does that say? 1913? Perry, Doyle, and Langdon? Yeah. Perry, Doyle, and Langdon. Okay.
He was a soldier.
Lewis Doyle.
Navy. Naval. Okay. Statement. Naval Forces Certificate of Identification, Port of Bethlehem. The bearer, Lewis Doyle. He came from Manigan. Born 1893. State personal description. Approved by Ernest Mayweather. Why does that name sound familiar? Not sure. And that's it. Okay. And what is this?
He went to war.
The First War.
The horror he must have seen.
1914. So it's one of the peace medals. And this is very interesting. We have so many names. Wonder what all these names are. You don't think it's like a Kickstarter or something, do you? Robert Copeland? Harold Copeland? Could be. Not sure. Pretty cool though. Nothing over here, right? Nope. Oh, yes.
I remember that one lad. His picture's from the Second War.
So this Lewis Doyle was involved in both wars.
Same dude. Ewan Samuel Foster. June 1941. He could not have made this journey without you. Love, Carrie. You and Lee Paxton, June 1940. I know you brought him much comfort before his service. Love, Carrie. Okay, and Carrie was the one who wrote the letter to Margot. So this is probably the man that was in that picture, that photo. Yeah, the picture frame. Interesting.
Whoever
Okay.
owned that boat had military history, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder, though.
The second war picture. The first war picture about the medal.
Why did he keep that picture from the First War? Do you think one of those soldiers later steered that ship?
You want to know if one of them was the skipper?
Yes. Maybe he fought in the First War and then took soldiers on a ship in the Second War.
That's not crazy at all. Scruff took them to the mainland to get their training.
What are you saying?
Scruff! That's right! That's what we called him!
You know this man.
Perfectly. I even remember his face. Tell me, Riley, are you running from something?
Did I cut off the
chased
dialogue?
through all of this.
I do.
I swear, sometimes you seem to want to fly.
Oh, I would love to fly. Wouldn't that be even better than sailing a boat?
I don't think you're running to that freedom you so badly want. You're running away from something you don't want to face.
You know what? Why don't we talk about you instead?
I don't want to like deflect,
What
but
was
at the
deal
same
with
time,
Scruff?
You should find his cabin. There's stuff there.
is that his
If I
cabin up
remember
there?
correctly, he too was conducting some sort of investigation.
He wanted to help you.
He was convinced he could set me free.
But he didn't succeed.
Obviously.
No pressure.
So the ghost of Josh has been around for a freaking long time. If this man was trying to like set him free and crap, good gracious. Very interesting. But obviously we can talk to other ghosts because there was the other woman. Unless we're a ghost ourselves. Honestly, I'm not even sure at this point. Alright, I have to check. Okay. We're good. You got to check.
Josh, it's happening again.
Oh, good gracious. Alright.
You never sent them.
They're meant to live here with me, not go out into the world.
Letters are meant to be read.
Maybe, my boy. And then again, maybe letters are just meant to be written.
I don't understand.
My girls, they're happier without me. No. They have lives, loves. I'm a sad old man who's seen more death than I care to share. And these hands, I killed with them. Can't wash that war away, no matter how many years at sea.
But those hands, they've also healed.
Healing doesn't make up for the taking of a life. There's no return from that.
Why write it all then?
I love my daughters. Think about them all the time. And I suppose I want to remind them and myself of all the good parts. There's no sense to it. But it works for me. They have a new family now, and I have you, no? Lord knows you need someone to take care of you. Let's go find a spot for this one, my boy.
What about three sisters?
Three sisters. Yes, that works beautifully.
Scruff. That was Scruff. Exactly like I remember him.
I didn't see you. You weren't there.
You were in his head.
I was already dead.
Yeah.
You were in his head too.
Uh-huh. Yup. So you've been in lots of people's head there, Josh. So, but he was the one who's writing the letters, which makes sense because I said before that it's obviously someone who has some military background. So, alright, interesting. Okay, well, here's another canister.
26th of September 1939. My sweets, as you've probably heard, war has struck again. We humans never seem to learn from our mistakes. During the First War, I was a medic, and my mission was to save the boys. But there were so many I couldn't help. Sometimes I had to make a choice over who should live and who should die. I essentially killed one to save another. The smell of death, the bodies, the blood, the screams of agony. They never let you go. I wish I could imprint all that upon these young boys who are enlisting. Their lives are never going to be the same. I cannot make them see. Instead, they're filled with excitement for the adventures they believe are ahead. I know no way to help, so I take them. My boat and I deliver them to the front line. My friend Carrie told me the myth of Carol, the ferryman to the river Styx. I feel like I too am delivering these boys to the underworld. All I can offer is a safe passage, but I cannot save them. In these dark days, I don't know if I can save Josh either. My head is a swirl, and I'm no closer to having an answer. That boy is my heart, and I have to help him. I'm so sorry to have written such a grim letter. I only make it through these times knowing you are in the world, your loving father.
Ready or not, he could have ended this.
He didn't have a choice.
No, he didn't. He should have faced his kids, shared his sorrow.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't know. Like, I don't think we have the full story yet, but I'm not here to judge him.
Do you know who this is?
Archibald O'Sullivan. We called him Archie.
Okay,
The
so this
gardener.
is Archie.
At the lodge, I think.
Definitely looks like a fisherman.
Why did he think that place was so important? What happened there?
Stillwater Cove? Ah. I want to go there.
Do you see that date?
June 18th?
I'm sure I've seen it before.
Mr. Callum Compton. Yeah, that was the same date of Miss Crown. Residents of Rogue Island mourn the passing of Mr. Callum Compton, who died today due to the lodge fire. Mr. Callum Compton was born on Big Rogue Island and has remained here all of his life. Mr. Compton is survived by his niece, Pixie. By his niece, Pixie. Mr. Compton. How? I'm confused because if he's the uncle to Pixie, is it an uncle by marriage or because Pixie's mother is Nora? So is he related some way to the Crowns? I mean, he has to be, but I'm not sure if it's by marriage or not. A memorial service will be held at the church on Sunday, the 23rd of June. All right.
A receipt for bottles.
That name Compton. We've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
In the graveyard.
Callum Compton.
There has to be more about this. Okay. Mr. Compton acknowledges the receipt of 12 bottles from Mr. Barlow on the 22nd of August 1819, whereupon the sale of the said bottles, Mr. Compton will present Mr. Barlow with 10% of the sale amount. Okay.
These are beautiful pictures, but why did he put them up here?
He must have found something there.
Land's End? That's not
That's not Scruff's
creepy.
handwriting.
Where'd he get these notes? Is this about you?
Well, let's read it. 12th of January 1821, so we've gone back pretty far. It appears I was right, and he has been smuggling contraband into the islands. What's more, it seems he has been doing this in the service of the crowns. Most islanders seem to know this for a fact, and yet do not seem to mind in the least. Even Constable Wilford turns a blind eye. In fact, I've been told I had better quit my inquiries if I want to keep my job as special constable, which puts me in an impossible situation. You know what? I understand how you feel, good sir. When you don't have people supporting you, you know, you just kind of just feel stuck. I get it.
Murder? Here on the islands?
Oh my god. Josh, look! That's your
What?
name.
Where? Where? Hold on. The Rogues Gazette. Monday, September the 13th, 1819. Black Bell murder. Tragedy stuck at the Black Bell Tavern late Tuesday night when George Smith was brutally stabbed by an unknown assailant. George, age 32, was rumored to be involved in smuggling activities, and the Black Bell was often been thought to be a smuggling hub. Witnesses deny such claims. George was just drinking too much and yelling at someone, and then there was a knife, said Josh. Ah. Upon questioning, he added, I could not see with whom George was fighting. The bell is not very well lit. Callium, who had also been at the scene, added, the Black Bell may attract some unsavory folk, but most of us are upstanding members of our community. I'm sure that this will not happen again, and I hope they will find who did it soon. This proclamation was met by agreement from the Black Bell patrons, who then was glass to George. Constable Sprouse says he had no current leads, and the investigation will continue. Well, he was witness to a murder. What am I looking at? Jars?
Kerry was feeding him.
Let's say they fed each other. He'd go fishing or hunting boar.
He said that Carrie was his friend.
I know this picture. It was at that first cabin we found.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's, yes. That's her.
And that's Scruff.
Yep.
Thick as thieves, those two.
It says, this is these moments of joy. It is these moments of joy that make life extraordinary. Love, Carrie. Yep.
He missed his girl so much.
Then why didn't he go home?
It's pretty dang sad, to be honest. What is this?
No label, no nothing. Was he making his own liquor?
No, they look older. At least 19th century?
Why? That's odd.
I really don't get why he buried his letters in these. His daughters probably thought he was dead.
And he liked it better like that.
I think it's kind of sweet. I don't know. There's something, I don't know. I like it.
He never finished this one. Must have died suddenly.
From a broken heart. Literally. His heart failed. Still, he refused to leave me.
I'm sorry.
Alright, May the 22nd, 1944. My dearest Alice, Emily, and Jane. I saw a young porpoise today. He leaped through the waves with such joy, such freedom, and I thought of you, my daughters. And I remembered the days before I left. I remembered the joy of your tiny fingers wrapped around my own. I remembered your wild curls flying as I chased you. I remembered the squeals of laughter, such laughter. Of course, you are now grown women. Maybe you even have children of your own. But for me, you remain those small girls with that same wild spirit, like that young porpoise dancing in the water. I saw the porpoise when I was out on the boat with my friend Josh. I've spoken of him in my other letters. We were sailing to the isle known as the Dark Rogue. It is a beautiful and rugged place. I wish you could see it. Josh tells me it was a deadly place back in his days, yet they couldn't keep him away. It's honestly really sad. The story of his is just... it saddens me. But he always, his love for his children always remained. All right.
Everything in there.
Wait, what is
It's
this?
as if he was conducting his own investigation.
You mean I've been through this before?
I think Scruff was looking for you in the history of these islands, yeah.
Why am I still here then?
Maybe he died
I
before he
don't
could
know.
finish it?
His daughters, the smuggling kill, pictures, the drawings, his daughters.
Callum Compton. He died in that fire at the lodge.
You think I was involved?
I don't think,
I didn't say that.
I didn't kill anyone, Riley.
You can't actually know that, Josh. You keep saying you don't remember your life.
well, that's
Maybe you've
true.
forgotten for a reason.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Oh my god, so tasty.
We have to sooner or later. So, Scruff lived here mid-20th century. And he investigated your death.
My death? I don't like it when you say it out loud like that.
Well, I mean, you did die.
But you're dead. We have to think about what that means.
It means that not everything I remember happened when I was alive.
And that
That's
there may have
correct.
been others that you could talk with.
We
Yep.
should find them.
There's at least two. We know the woman had you
Josh?
in her head. I have a confession. I don't like it, but...
I have a little confession to make. I'm actually glad I met you.
Oh, all right. I think you just made me blush.
Oh. That's too... that's so too... I want to check out this boat real fast. Oh, wait, hold on. What was that? Oh, it's right here. I'll look at our journal here in a second. Okay, let's look at our journal. These were the letters. You always have a choice. He chose not to go back to his daughters. He chose Josh instead. A lot of trouble went down at the Black Bell. Callum, who is he? What was he doing at the Bell? Why was Josh there? Was he involved in the murder? Scruff was conducting his own investigation and he had someone else's notes. Where did he get them? That fire at the lodge, I don't think that was an accident. Yeah, I don't either. Scruff scrolls. And then that's Archie. And off they were, to their deaths. How could he do it? Was he only one capable of getting them there safely? I think it's the latter. Soldier in his first war, that's a long time ago. A hero, what comes back when you give? What did life bring him? Who is Barlow? Why did Scruff keep this receipt? Did Josh know him? Josh equals Barlow? Wait, Josh Barlow? You think it could be Josh Barlow? Did Scruff love Carrie? I think it's a big possibility. I always picture him as an old man, yet here he is as a young soldier. They look so different. Both can't be true. Or maybe they can. I'll be old someday, hopefully. Dang, I missed a lot. Alright, so then we're back at this. Okay. We're all caught up now. Let's head in. This is really cool. It's like a dang treehouse up in here.
Whose journal is this?
Nora,
That's Pixie's mother.
Yeah, the woman from the picnic.
And from the eulogy in the priest's notebook. Remember?
Well, she is Cordelia's daughter, right? June 15th, 1833. How does one begin? We buried Mother and Callum today. A heavy duty with more loss than one can hold, and yet the sun continues to shine. Despite being the month of June, I thought of Coleridge's words, "Come, come thou, bleak December wind, and blow the dry leaves from the tree." That refrain repeated itself to the rhythm of my beating heart as we lay Cordelia crowned to rest. She and I had our differences and our woes, but her love and devotion to Pixie were not to be denied. I held the girl close as she wept, so much loss in one so small, but we survive. It is all we know how to do. Of course, the question of why Callum and my mother were together at the lodge remains. Were they burnt in the fire? What business did they share? One may never know the truth, but certainly one can ruminate. Mysteries keep the dead from being dead. They remain alive, as we desperately try to know their secrets. But I hear Pixie, and I must go comfort my sweet girl, Nora. And then that's the same eulogy. Yep, that's... Oh, hold on. Well, that's new. Have I missed stuff like this? I have no idea. I could have missed a bunch of stuff. I didn't know there was arrows I could click. Well, okay. Tragic Lodge Fire, June the 23rd, 1833. 2 dead. Tuesday's quiet summer night was interrupted by a tragic fire at the lodge. The bells rang as the large manor went up in flames. The Rogue Islands lost 2 of its beloved citizens, Mrs. Cordelia Crown and Mr. Callum Compton. Constable Sprouse says foul play may be at work, but further investigation is necessary. Mrs. Cordelia Crown and Mr. Callum Compton appear to have been together in the upper drawing room when the fire erupted. Constable Sprouse refused to say if Mr. Callum Compton's long-suspected dealing with the smugglers gang was related to his investigation. Firefighters battled the flames until the wee hours of the morning. The majestic lodge will no longer brighten our shores, as its upper floors were heavily damaged. Mrs. Cordelia Crown, a true benefactress for the Rogue Islands, will be greatly missed by all of its citizens. A memorial service for Miss Cordelia Crown has been held at this morning, Sunday, the 23rd of June. Okay. I could have missed a lot. I didn't know that there was arrows to the side.
Is that hair?
Yes. To remember the deceased.
That's very common back then. Nana, 1782 to 1833. Yeah, these were called, which this one might be different. The ones that I know of were called mourning brooches. Which I find fascinating, honestly, that we did that back in our history. I don't necessarily find it gross. I think it's quite interesting.